Commercial launches, previously delayed launches, and absolute Starship brain explosions encapsulate this jolly month. This is Space Events, the monthly show that compiles all of your favorite events in aerospace into one convenient video. This is for the jolly month of December, in the year 2020. Let's jump into it. No earlier than December 12th, Rocket Lab will have a launch with a cool name, like they like to do often. The Owl's Night Begins will launch on the Workhorse Electron rocket from the Launch Complex 1 in New Zealand. The Stride X-A satellite on this mission will be the first of a new satellite constellation by Japanese company Synspective. Their last launch, Return to Sender, was the first launch that they recovered their first stage out of the water. Rocket Lab has future plans to catch up with a helicopter, but this launch will have no recovery. The next launch that they will recover, according to their Twitter, will be early next year. United Launch Alliance has had some terrible luck this year with their launches. A few delayed launches will hopefully go off this month. NROL 44 that we talked about a few months ago is still on the ground. At this point, we don't know when it will launch, but this is a top secret satellite for the US National Reconnaissance Office. This will launch from the biggest rocket in the world, the Delta IV Heavy, from the Launch Complex 37 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. Hopefully they can find a window for this launch by the end of the year, but we'll have to find out. On the complete other side of the country, NROL 82 is another top secret satellite for the US National Reconnaissance Office. This will launch from Slick 6 or Space Launch Complex 6 at Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. The mission, entitled GONET-M, will launch on December 3rd. GONET-M is a civil communications satellite to add on to the already existing GONETS satellite constellation. Also on December 11th, from this place, Cosmodrome in Russia, yeah, still can't pronounce it after all this time, there will be the second orbital launch test for the Angara launch vehicle. This mission will be entitled Angara A5. December 17th, OneWeb 4 will launch from this place, also can't pronounce it, Cosmodrome in Russia, carrying 36 OneWeb satellites into the already existing OneWeb satellite constellation. This satellite constellation is aiming to bring broadband internet services worldwide. Now we are officially on to brain explosions, but before we talk about the Starship event, we also need to talk about SpaceX's commercial launches, because there's a lot of them. Their first commercial launch of the month is the 21st cargo resupply mission to the International Space Station for NASA. On December 5th, CRS-21 on top of the two-stage Falcon 9 will launch from Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center. This is the brand new Cargo 2 variant of the Dragon capsule. This looks exactly like the Crew Dragon capsule, but without the Super Draco abort motors, and only being built for cargo. Starlink 16 Launch 17 will launch from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. This will add 60 satellites to SpaceX's low latency, high broadband internet satellite constellation that they are building. NROL 108 is the third entry on this list for the US National Reconnaissance Office. This time, instead of a Delta IV Heavy, it'll be on top of a Falcon 9. This is once again a top secret satellite. We don't know where it's going, but it will launch from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. No earlier than December 5th, we will watch a Falcon 9 lift off with Turksat 5A into a geostationary transfer orbit. This is a Turkish communication satellite, which will also be launched from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Delayed for many months, and we talked about it on the show, is the mission SXM-7. This geostationary satellite for SiriusXM will replace the XM-3 satellite already in orbit. This will add on to SiriusXM's digital radio satellite constellation. This will also be launched from Falcon 9 at Slick 40. The fact that most of these launches are launching from Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral means that we will see some of the fastest turnaround times yet. All of Falcon's first stages will land and be recovered from autonomous spaceport drone ships in the Pacific Ocean, except NROL 108. That booster will come back and land at LZ-1 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Alright everyone, let's talk about this absolutely crazy event and test on SpaceX's next generation Starship vehicle in Boca Chica, Texas. SpaceX's Starship during the first week of December, estimated for Thursday, after this video is coming up on Wednesday, will perform a 15-kilometer flight, belly flop, and try and land it. What this entails is lighting up Starship's 3 sea-level Raptor engines, flying up to 15 kilometers. After this, it will turn itself horizontal and use the aero surfaces to fall like a skydiver. Once it gets close enough to the ground, it'll use thrusters, those same aero surfaces, and for the first time ever, reignite those same 3 Raptor engines for the second time in a short period. This is all while going 80 meters per second or 180 miles per hour straight towards the ground, doing a reorientation maneuver, flipping itself back up, deploying the 6 landing legs on the bottom, and landing. That last part will make any observer's brain simultaneously combust. No one has ever seen anything like this before. Elon Musk, the company's CEO, only gave it a 33% chance of surviving. This is a crucial test for Starship in the grand scheme of the entire program. But if everything goes badly, they will have SN9 and SN10 ready to go, says the company's founder. With commercial launches and brain explosions, it's now moon time. The new moon for the month of December is on the 14th, which is also a total solar eclipse over South America. The full moon for the month is on the 29th. Thank you everyone for watching, have a very happy holidays, and I'll see you next time.